And we are back. So the guy was just pulling up right as hang on, let me just do oh no, no, that's not what we want. Ooh. Um Hang on. I got this. I know what I'm doing. Okay, cool. That's good. And we're gonna check this and do audio check. Sounds good so far. All right. So, right. So the windshield guy showed up like just as soon as I was um logging off a minute ago. Um yeah. So I mostly got that taken care of. Now he is gonna he said it would take about an hour and he's gonna knock on the door. Let me know when he's done. He's got the keys out there because yeah, it is cold and snowy and gross. Not like super snowy. Did I mention that? It snowed last night. I woke up and there's just like a little bit of snow on, everything. Not a lot of snow, but can the weather just make up its mind, please? I don't know. Is it keeps acting like it wants to be spring and then it does this and it's like, nah, snow. Ah, fooled you. So, yeah, I left the keys with him in case he needs to run it and, warm up the glass or anything. And he's gonna knock on the door and let me know when he's done and return the keys. So that's cool. But also, Bandit is definitely gonna lose his little mind when that happens. So until then, I'm gonna, do stuff here, I guess. Yeah. More up there. And oh, he's making noises out there. I hope he doesn't get too loud. Alright. Oh, hey. Oh, hi. Hello, I'm doing good. UL Alfie. Okay, cool. We're just hanging out in my realm right now because I couldn't think of anything else that I, like, really, really wanted to play at the moment. So, I'm just gonna chill and do this for no good reason except I like to, so I guess that's good enough reason, you know? But I have these, I don't want that there. I have these tunnels going around my realm. And this one is under the ocean. I didn't put the ceiling in here. I don't know if there's like, I don't know, a cave system or what the deal is. But I figure there was just a small gap over the tunnel and I'm just filling some of it in. Partly because of that, because I'm taking this roof up at least one more layer. Ah, yes. It's very chill. It's almost meditative for me. This is kind of my go-to activity when I want to game, but I don't know what else to do, and so I'll just be like, yeah, I'm just gonna tunnel. Uh, so I'm at negative 300 right now. All of my tunnels are on a grid system, so you see I'm at 0, 0. So it's always Y level 0, and then the oh, was that the sun that we just saw going up over there? Sometimes at a distance in these tunnels, you get weird stuff at the end. It's, I don't know, like so far away. There's another tower down here. I don't want to go all the way down there. I'm, well, technically closer to this tower now. So the towers are 500 blocks apart. And so the first tower is at 0, 0. That is tower 0. And then, like this one, you go to negative 500, and again, it's going to be at Y0, and then, you know, what is that? The Z is 0. And this one is under the ocean, and it's a work in progress, as is like everything in my realm and my life. So yeah, that's fun. But the ocean towers, I had started when I started making the towers, I was making them out of all oak logs, oak planks, oak slabs for the stairs. This goes all the way up to the surface. But I decided that that was so much oak, first of all, and I just kind of started to hate the way that it looked. So what I'm doing now. Oh hey, awesome! Yeah, good luck cooking dinner. Thank you so much. You have a great day too. So, but yeah, I decided that I hated the oak everything. So the underwater towers, or the ocean towers, water towers, whatever, they have all the prismarine and copper, which is why I'm gonna grab that. But I grab all the copper I can, because I use a lot. And I just started making the towers out of materials in the area where the towers pop up. There's still quite a few that are just oak that I may or may not update. And if I build a tower, like if I tunnel to a place where another tower is gonna go, I will often build it up with oak, and then, because I mean I'm underground, a lot of the time I don't know what the biome is that I've tunneled into, and so I will just build up with oak, because I tend to have a lot of oak, and then update as needed, depending on what kind of material is available. But I'm just filling this in because I like to. And since we're closer to this one, we're gonna go grab some more blocks over here. But I kind of, I mean, this is definitely just like my chill activity when I can't think of anything better to do, or when I am working on a project, of which I have many, and I get stuck, and maybe I don't know what I need to do next, or just whatever, like whatever comes up. And so I will tunnel. And so the idea with this was that no matter where you are in the realm, you are always within 500 blocks or so of a tower. And the top of the towers have, I think, I want to say 5 beds. And then there's a crafting table and a furnace and a chest. And the base of the towers have this setup with a clock so that you know what time it is up top, you know. There's just the one bed because I didn't want to, you know, crowd it too much down here. And then crafting table and a furnace. Oh, I need to change that. I wonder, it looks like I just didn't notice the planks that those were sitting on. But yeah, the ocean towers are now prismarine and copper. I do like the sounds, it's neat. And none of the copper is waxed because I wanted it to oxidize and be more greenish, like, you know, to match the prismarine. The idea is to finish up down here with the prismarine all around. And I will get torches, or not, lanterns. I will get lanterns in here eventually. I need to make a prismarine farm. I was just mining the prismarine from ocean monuments. Now the first one, I did that one on normal difficulty, and it was difficult. And this is bedrock. And if you didn't know, bedrock guardians, elder guardians, do not have a cooldown time. Right? They will hit you with mining fatigue, and you can drink milk and cure yourself of that mining fatigue, and they will hit you again immediately. So I did take milk with me. I think I even took a cow out there at one point. And I was like, yeah, milk. I will, you know, just cure my mining fatigue and this will be so easy. And no, that's not what happened. I cured the mining fatigue and then immediately got mining fatigue. So, it took forever. I had kids helping me for a lot of it. Although they do get bored. They are not as dedicated as I am to some of these ridiculous projects that I come up with, and that's fine, you know. They do benefit a lot from some of my ridiculous projects, like the towers and the tunnels, because this is safe passage from point A to point B, and it's, like I said, it's on a grid, so if I were to go to Tower 0, there are 4 tunnels off of it, right? And all 4 directions, and you go 500 blocks in any one of those directions, and there's another tower. And there are supplies. Now, I do plan to stock up a little better as far as supplies go in the towers, because right now a lot of the storage is a catch-all for all these blocks that I mine as I'm tunneling. But the idea is that, you know, if you're out exploring and it's nighttime, you're too far from your base, and maybe you forgot to bring a bed, or maybe I don't know, maybe, I don't know, like just whatever can happen. Maybe you end up somewhere and you don't have any supplies, you don't have any food. I mean, it's Minecraft, it's a survival game. Like, yeah, you could just get the stuff you need. But as I have said, I do play with kids. My kids, mostly. Occasionally, their friends will play on the realm, but not too much, you know? They usually want to play, like, some, you know, like a special add-on world or something. I know my youngest started a Dwellers world, I think, with one of his buddies. They played that a little bit. But yeah, I mean, My kids have definitely gotten a lot better at Minecraft. My youngest, you know, he beat the dragon by himself. But, eh. I like just setting up a little bit of a safety net, so especially when they decide that they're going to go on an adventure. And they're both just like, yeah, let's go. And they run off and go thousands of blocks away, and then they're like, oh my god, I died so much, everything is killing me, I didn't bring any food, come and save me, I need help. And I'm like, dude, I'm so far away, it's gonna take me a while to get to you, you know? Like, dig a hole, okay? Just dig a hidey hole and hide. Or come back if you can. Sometimes you can't, you know. Oh, what am I? Okay, here we go. So yeah, I'm gonna fill this all in just so that I can continue digging out the top of this tunnel here. And I won't have water every time. I do have respiration. That's great. I think I mentioned that. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that I got respiration from the enchanting table. I have one set up in the zombie spawner thing that I made. Like, I found a spawner, and I built this whole chamber around it. And, you know, because you can, like, collect XP there. I figure, oh, I should set up a little enchanting area so that if you're here because you want to enchant things and you need XP for it, well, here's everything you need to enchant. You get your XP, and then you enchant, and I even put beds down there because I didn't change the number of players needed to skip the night. Oh, yeah, that's... Okay, that's a bot. Thought I had somebody else in the chat. It's a bot. What was... Oh, yeah, so I didn't even think to change the number of players needed to sleep in a bed to skip to daytime. I didn't think about that for a while, and that caused some problems, you know, especially with the villagers, because I was setting stuff up, and then, you know, kids are online with me, and I'm like, okay, it's nighttime, we have to sleep. And then one of them didn't have a bed or didn't get to bed soon enough, and mobs start spawning around the villagers, and then I lost some of the villagers, and yeah, so I have the beds at all the towers, and I did eventually remember that you can change the settings so that you only need so many people to sleep at night to skip the night, and that is not considered a cheat. I mean, maybe there are people who consider it a cheat, but as far as game-wise and achievements and stuff go, the game does not consider that a cheat. So I finally did that. I set it to like 30%, because if both my kids are on with me, then only one of us has to sleep to skip the night. That's usually me, because I almost always have a bed. I definitely always have wool. I have a shulker box full of it. And I started gathering that originally for an ancient city that we found. We haven't finished that one. Now, the ancient city, I'm definitely turning the difficulty back up to normal, because, like, what's even the point of exploring an ancient city if there's no risk of a warden popping up and terrorizing everyone, you know? I actually can't even remember where the ancient city is. Now, I do use chunk base sometimes. And you know what? If you want to call it cheating, that's fine. The ancient city, I believe... actually, I'm not sure if one of the kids just found that or if I looked it up. I know that there have been a few things that kids wanted to find, so I would look up the coordinates to the place for them. My phone is yelling at me. Oh, hello, I got another viewer. I don't know why my phone is yelling, but that's fine. Anyway, yeah, kids want to know where things are sometimes, and they don't want to have to just, you know, find them. So I'm like, okay, I'll just look it up. Here you go. Stop bugging me. Nah, kids are great. And I did use chunk base to find a, I think a warm ocean biome because I wanted a sniffer egg. And it's probably a good thing I looked it up because I think the nearest one was, I don't know, like, it was several thousand blocks away. It took me a while to get there. And then I died once on the way back because I had my elytra. I was flying back and, you know, I was flying so fast that a lot of the landscape hadn't loaded yet, and I flew into the side of a mountain. I just smacked it really hard. Now, the funny thing is, that didn't kill me. What killed me was when I smacked into the side of this mountain, and the chunk still had not loaded. I was standing on nothing. Like, I couldn't see any blocks around me. And so I was like, oh, okay, you know, that just startled the heck out of me. But I turned around because I could see the outline of the blocks in front of me. And so I turned around. I was going to walk back just a little bit and just wait, give the game time to catch up. But what I didn't realize is I was standing on a cliff, and so the fall killed me. The smacking into the side of a mountain brought my health down low enough that I'm going to go ahead and put all of these in here. I did see drippies over here, so I assume I'm going to have more water to deal with. But I've got a bunch of blocks on the floor already. I will pick those up. Yeah, see, that's all water above that, because you can tell I had to build this tunnel in a lot of spots. So I'll just pick these up, and then whatever I collect on the way, we will see how far that'll get us with blocking up that water so that it's not dripping. But yeah. Oh, I think I might have mentioned the wither at one point because we did that. That was such a bad idea. The bedrock wither is apparently crazy strong, or I don't know, the health is a lot higher than with than it is on Java. Sorry, I was looking at chat. I thought I saw something. Oh. Okay. My phone is still yelling. So, yeah, the wither, dang it. That was bad. That was a bad idea. Now, me and both of my kids, like, we already had our elytra. We had, I don't know if all three of us were fully kitted out in netherite, but I know that I had a lot of netherite. And I think I had them both set up with a little bit of netherite. So we're like, yeah, let's do this. We are the best. We're unbeatable. We're gonna totally whoop that wither. Nope. Nope. It's a good thing that we went, a little ways away from like the village and everything. It was far enough away that when we went back to the village, the chunks where we had spawned the wither, they stayed unloaded. Yeah, there's the water. So those chunks didn't load. They weren't loaded. And oh yeah, see, I need to fill in a bunch of this. And yeah, so we could get away from the wither, and it just was stuck in unloaded chunks. But died a lot, several times, right? And I finally beat it, but only because I set the difficulty to easy. I guess I could have set it to peaceful and that would have just gotten rid of the wither, but we wouldn't have gotten the nether star, right? And dang it, where's the... There it is. Yeah, and that's what I wanted. And it was just really difficult. Took so long. Took so long to beat that thing. I think the next time I decide to fight a wither, we will do that trick where you summon, you summon it in, like, under the platform in the end, I think. And that, traps it, right? So that it can't get away or attack, and then you can just smack it, you know? Just smack it to death, I guess. So yeah. Wither. Bedrock wither. The challenge is a bedrock. You know, it's fun. Alright, let's go back to the air. Where is it? Where? Oh my god! I'm totally lost. Okay, here we go. I went too far. Oops, it's fine. It's totally fine. Okay, so we've got, you know, I'm gonna, oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I got a second coffee. Yeah, let's go see how the windshield guy is doing. Oh, well, he got it off the thing. Looks like he's doing fine. Yeah, alright. And coffee. Oh. Mr. Business. Okay. So let's... Sorry, just making sure that, you know, moving the mic hadn't, like, messed up the audio. I guess let's just focus on the top here. I don't need to go that high with it. But I kind of want to. Nope. Alright, and now, yeah, we're gonna go drop off some stuff and grab some more blocks. I'm gonna need quite a few. Yeah, see, because I don't want the drips, you know? Once the tunnel's done, I don't want water just constantly dripping through the ceiling. Like, that's obnoxious. Alright, yeah, let's grab that and that, and what do we have over here? Nothing there. Nah. Anything good in here? Yeah, we got some stuff we can use. We can use that, and that, and that, and that. And... nope. I don't know if I want all of these barrels just constantly... just always here. I don't know if I like it. I may change it up, but that will be something to be done later. That is not a now problem, that is a future me problem. Or project. It's not a problem, it's a project. It's not causing any issues, it's just, I don't know if I like it, you know? Oh, I do have, and I am very much looking forward to playing, South Park. I have a couple of those. There's South Park, The Stick of Truth. Whoop. And South Park... oh, dang. The Divided But Whole, I think, is the name of the other one that I got. Both on Game Pass, by the way. So, yeah, maybe check that out, because South Park is pretty great. Yeah, let's fill some of this in. See, like, I don't want my tunnels to... at least not underwater, and, I try to not make it look like that so much in caves, when I go through caves. You know, I do try to leave the sides open a bit, so that, you know, when you are passing through a cave, you can, like, you can look into the cave. You can still see some of it, you know. Makes it look pretty neat. And also it helps to kind of break up that outline of just a square tube, you know, going through a place. But yeah, I don't want to leave... Oop, why? Alright. There's no reason to just have a pocket of water, an inaccessible pocket of water under the floor of the tunnel, so I'll just use up some of my extra blocks. You know, why not? I mean, it's like, I do have a cobblestone generator, or, yeah, that's what you call it. Oh my gosh. And it's not like it's hard to get. Plus, like I said, I don't want these cluttering up all the tower storage, you know? Some of it's okay, But it's supposed to be for supplies, right? Like, that's what the towers are for. Alright, there we go. And so, funny story. I turned on one of my... Oh, dang it. So yeah, I turned on one of my videos for my youngest. And, yeah, I turned it on the TV. I can't remember why or when exactly this was. I know that it was, like, within the last... Oh, well, it must have been recently, because I only started doing this within the last couple weeks. 2-3 weeks, something like that. Time is weird. It just doesn't seem to want to make sense to my brain. But no, it was really funny because he was like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, when did you become so country?" And I was like, that's just how I talk." Yeah. I mean, I've heard worse, right? In the areas where I grew up, I've heard much worse as far as accents go. So mine isn't that bad, I promise. Right? But I know that I sound like I'm from... Now, I've mentioned that I'm from Indiana. I was born and lived, you know, several years. I think we moved when I was 10. Mr. Business, excuse me, sir. So born and raised in southern Indiana, which is in the States. It's part of the Midwest. Hello, sir. Oh my gosh, you're the sweetest kitty. Are you gonna say hello? No? Okay. Here, I will put your perch up. Here you go. There's not enough room for you in my lap right now. Yeah, there's that. There you go. He's the sweetest kitty. Yeah, born and raised in southern Indiana. And Kentucky is the state directly below Indiana. And so when I was about 10, my family moved across the river to the town, like, literally across the river from Indiana. So we moved to Kentucky. And, yeah, so I know that I sound like I'm from Kentucky. But like I said, I have heard a lot worse as far as the Kentuckian accent, that country. I was told that I have a twang. I was damn near insulted. Like, do I have a twang? Is there a twang? I don't think I sound like I'm from Texas. I do not sound like I'm from Georgia. Although I don't think Georgia has a twang, but, you know, if you want to talk about American accents and people who sound like they grew up in small town America or, you know, rural areas, don't even say anything about how I say that word. It's how is it supposed to be said? I don't know. Rural. I've had this discussion before a few times. That's another one that I've heard just, like, I don't know that I'm even saying it, like, correctly. If there is a correct, and I'm doing air quotes right now, way to say that word, because first of all, that word is ridiculous. Who came up with that? Who thought, let's put these letters together in this order and just see what people do with it? Because I feel like that's how that word came about. No, I can't even begin to imitate some of the ways that I have heard people pronounce that word. So we're going to leave that one where it is, you know. Ooh, I did mention, oh, Mr. Business, I'm sorry I wasn't paying attention to you. You need all the love and scritches, don't you? Yes, you do. You're so precious. I did mention to my youngest again. So if you've never heard of it, you should look it up. The Midwest Goodbye. Okay? And I know I claim to be from the Midwest, and Indiana is Midwest. It's like, I think, the most eastern of the Midwest. But, yeah, the Midwest Goodbye is absolutely a thing. And oh my gosh, as a child, it was the worst because my mother, oh, she was a pro at the Midwest Goodbye. Oh, she would tell me and my brother that, oh, it's time to go. We're leaving. Get your stuff ready. Get in the car, you know. And we're sitting in the car for like an hour. Longer sometimes, and she's still talking. She's literally standing inside the person's front door. Like, the door is open. Okay. And, yeah, just talking. Still saying goodbye. That is the Midwest Goodbye. Oh, I don't know how to get out of that if you ever find yourself trapped in one. Except to, I don't know, get loud. Really? Not angry, because you don't want to be rude. You know, we're not rude in the Midwest. I am, because I don't care. No, but, you can't be rude, right? You're a guest. You have to, all the guest courtesies and things, and you gotta be a good guest, right? You have to let your host know that you enjoyed your visit, and, you know, you have to make plans for the next visit. Oh, you have to invite them over to your place next time. Like, you gotta come and see whatever. You know, oh, I'm gonna cooking out, grilling out next weekend. You and the kids, you all have to come over. Oh, we just got a new dog. You have to come meet him. You know, all the niceties, right? You gotta go through all of it. Every time. And it can take so long, right? And it goes both ways. It's not just you as the guest leaving being like, oh, yeah, I remember this thing, and I'm going to invite you over and thank you for the stuff and all of that. No, it's also the host, you know, the person you are visiting. I can dump some of these torches because I have too many torches. But yeah, it's also like you go over to somebody's house and you're walking out the door and then they're like, oh my gosh, you have to come and see us again soon. And oh, I forgot to tell you about this thing. And oh, hey, you know what? Take these leftovers. Like that's also a thing. You better take the leftovers. You take those leftovers every time, right? And also the Tupperware, right? That's a whole thing. Oh, they're gonna put those leftovers in Tupperware, and the returning of the Tupperware is just another opportunity for a visit that goes on way too long, right? Yeah, I don't. It's all a thing. If you know, you know, right? Like, how many of you spent entirely too long, especially in the summer, in a vehicle waiting for your mother to wrap it up and leave? You know? Oh, who knows what I'm talking about? Who's been there? Right? Like, you know. Oh, but that's totally a thing. And oh, right. Oh my gosh. I am totally sidetracked. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe, like, everyone in the Midwest just has ADHD, and we don't remember all the things we meant to talk about during the visit until we're about to end the visit and leave, and then they're like, oh, well, hang on a second. I just remembered everything I forgot to tell you about. You know? Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's just everyone in the Midwest has ADHD, and that's just how it is, you know? But the reason I brought that up and went on that whole weird tangent is I turned on one of my videos, and I I think it was actually the Dwellers video I did for Spoopy Saturday, because I was showing my youngest. Yeah, so that was just this weekend. I swear, the time blindness. I, if I say something happened the other day, it could have been yesterday, it could have been 6 months ago. There's really no telling. If I think about it long enough, I might remember what season it was. So I believe it was actually the Dwellers video, and I've been on here for a bit. Let me just do a quick audio check and make sure that it's not. Yeah, it sounds good. It doesn't sound weird on the stream. I'm trying to not adjust the mic or the cord on the headphones too much because I feel like it's got to just be like a bad connection somewhere. And eventually I do plan to, I mean, this all depends on how the streaming goes and if I get enough followers and subscribers and views and clicks, and maybe I can make some money off of this. Like, that would be super cool. And then I can upgrade my equipment and maybe learn how to edit videos and, like, make even better content, you know? But, I believe I was showing my youngest the Dwellers video that I did for Spoopy Saturday, and, like, I'm trying to do my sign-off, which I call it a sign-off, but I don't really have any particular, sign-off whatever, you know? Like, I don't have, I guess a sign-off, really. I just say bye, you know, catch me later for whatever game I'm gonna play next. But it's like I'm doing that, right? I'm doing that. I'm trying to just say, hey, I'm gonna hop off of here and I'm gonna do a thing, and I plan to come back at this, you know, time and do this other thing and whatever. I'm trying to wrap it up. And that's when, like, there had been Dwellers already that showed up. They weren't very scary, but then I get jump scared, you know, and then it's like several of the Dwellers just showed up all at once. And the reason that that is at all related to what I was saying before is that, I don't know. I thought it was funny, but I'm showing this to my kid, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That's like the Midwest goodbye right there. You know, that's like a Midwest sign off is what I'm doing, because I'm just babbling at this point, and I'm like, I'm gonna do a thing, and I can't remember what I was gonna say, and then I get startled, and I'm like, I don't even know what words are. You know, come back and I will stream more things, you know, and I'm like, yeah, that's like a Midwest sign off, you know. So that's a thing now. If it wasn't already, I just made a new thing. Awesome. Yes. Let's hashtag that. Midwest sign off. All right. Where are my Midwest streamers? You know what I mean. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just kind of babbling again right now because that's what I do. That's fine. And we're gonna do this some more. Let's see. Yeah, let's just clean up this area a smidge. A smidge. You know, it's weird when you start thinking about words and phrases and things that you use and where they came from. Like, how much of what I use in everyday speech is basically my mother. You know? How much of that is the area I grew up in? How much of that is from the people? I guess like most of it, you know, and that makes sense. It's just a funny thing to think about, I guess, or maybe it's just funny to me to think about it. Especially when you consider the fact that there are people in and around and from the area that I am from who unironically use the word warsh in conversation with other humans. Wrestle? Y'all want wrestle? Yeah? Ooh, I can bring it out sometimes, you know. It takes a minute, and usually I crack up doing it, but that country, I guess that's maybe the twang that person, random person, right? So I was at work, and I was cashier at the time, and customer, you know, random person I have never met, just like, oh, where are you from? You have a twang. A twang, sir? I have a twang? I am not from Texas. Although, honestly, listening to myself on some of these videos, I definitely have that country accent, you know? Not like country, but like country adjacent, I think. Definitely real common in the Midwestern area. Oh, that is, oh, okay, yep, hang on, sorry. Let me just... Okay, yep, I'm back, I think. Let me just make sure the audio's good again, and... Hello? Yeah, that's a weird delay. It seems like the delay gets longer the longer I stream. So the windshield is in, it is good. Let me get my headset back in order here. I'm sure everyone could hear Bandit losing his little mind as he does. You know, but that's fine. So we were talking about accents, yeah, and, I don't know, I guess, well, I don't know, what do you think? Is my accent, like, I guess, what do you think about it? Do you think it's really, do I have a very strong accent? Would you describe it as very country, very rural? I can't with that. I'm sorry, it's a thing, inside joke, I guess. But, which direction is the... Yeah, there it is. Okay, cool. Woo! Yeah, also... Okay, but for real, like, streamers, if any streamers are watching my videos, I don't know, like, Midwest streamers, you know? I would love to hear from people from the Midwest, in the Midwest, who stream. Do you do a long drawn out sign off on your videos? Would you call that a Midwest sign off? Because honestly, I think that's... Ooh, that goes somewhere. Let's just do... Oh, let's just do that. And... And, back to the air. Oh, dang. It always startles me a bit when I get, like, when I take damage. Even when I expect it, I'm like, ugh, jump. You know? So, yeah, let's just do some of this. You know, something that is, I don't know, it's funny to me, might not be funny to everybody, but I do think about it sometimes, you know. Well, okay, so I watch, oh, okay. Yeah, oh, okay, yep. I'm getting text messages. Hang on, let me just check this real quick. Oh, my, yeah, there we go. And let me just hop back in here. There we go. All right. Up. Got it. Awesome. Okay. And hang on, let me just make sure that my audio good. Yep. Okay, we're good. We're good. So, what even was I doing? I don't know. I mean, I was doing this. I know that. Like, now I'm not going to be in the realm the whole time. I mean, this is my go-to, you know? I'm sure everyone has their go-to. Anybody who games regularly. Like, oh, I want to play a video game, but what do I play? This is it, you know? Yeah, like, this is what I do. There we go. And I think I need to go grab some more blocks. I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. Yep. Because I know for sure that I have a lot more deep slate at Tower 0. I need to make banners. I think about that occasionally when, especially when I'm talking about like Tower 0. That's how I refer to this tower every time because it's at 0, 0, you know? And what was I mean, I would like to name all of the towers. I have no idea what to name some of them. There's the Iron Farm Tower. Maybe I should just call it Iron Tower, but it's not made of iron. Maybe I should make it out of iron, but I don't think that would look very good. Mr. Business, you're back. There he is. There's the sweet kitty. Oh my goodness. Oh, did Bandit upset you when he got angry at the door? I know he hates doors, doesn't he? Yes. And the noises that they make. Let's see. So, right, I need to grab. Yeah, see, I assigned this barrel to cobbled deep slate, and then I started putting other stuff in it. So I will eventually take those signs down because it's definitely not like the only thing that's going in that barrel. The sky outside is looking funky. I don't even know what the weather's trying to do. But yeah, so banners. You can I've never really played around with them much. I got oh, there we go. Oh wait, can you see it? Yeah, I got one of the, is that the pillager or the illager? I can never remember, so I just call them all pillagers. I got one of their banners and I put it on my shield because it looks neat. And I've made a couple, like I've made some banners and I use them as curtains in the woodsman's cottage. But apart from that, I haven't done a lot with them. And you can name them, right? And then you place them somewhere, and if you look at a map of the area, the map will show you where those are, right? I've seen that. I'm pretty sure I've got that right, but I've seen that in some other people's videos. And I will think about it and then totally forget about it, that it's even an option. But I would like to do that with some of my builds and then make some maps and just have locations marked. Or is that, I think that also means that I should name tag, or not name tag, name these locations, you know? I don't think I needed to go up this high. I think I'm doing just totally unnecessary work. That's fine. That's how I live my life. This is what I do. Can't have a weird gap there. Alright, let's go down for air. Oh, why am I not moving? So yeah, Tower 0 is that way. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish what I'm doing. Yes. Okay, we're gonna finish this up, and then I might actually mess around with some banners and see if I can figure that out. There's a lot of stuff in Minecraft that I have never messed with at all. And then there are some things that I've only ever messed with in creative. And I don't know if I've, I think that I'm always already in the realm when I start streaming. So you don't get to see my world list. Although I think maybe one day I did show it. Excuse me, sorry. If you do see my world list, you might notice that there are copies of the realm in creative mode. And I do occasionally get on the creative copy because this realm has never been in creative. It's only ever been in survival. And, dang it. What am I doing? So yeah, it's only ever been in survival, and I intend to keep it that way. Oh, it's snowing so much now. I'm so sorry, Mr. Business. I'm so sorry. I was honestly a little startled by the amount of snow. That's so much. But yeah, the realm has only ever been a survival realm. It will only ever be in survival. Now, as long as changing the difficulty doesn't do anything to the achievements, then like I said, I'm going to keep it in peaceful for a while just because I don't feel like fighting mobs. You know, especially when I don't want to fight drowned when I'm trying to do stuff like this. Now, at some point, it's going to have to go to normal difficulty and stay there because even name tagged mobs that aren't loaded, I guess, because like I'm pretty sure the Endermen weren't on, like they weren't in their chunk hadn't loaded, you know, after I changed the difficulty. Sorry. And they're gone, so that's, you know, sad day. But with the museum and the zoo and stuff that I will eventually build somewhere in this realm, I can't have my hostile mobs just vanishing from the zoo just because I changed the difficulty to peaceful, you know? So sometime it's gonna have to go to normal difficulty and stay there. I guess it can go down to easy if I really need to do that. But it won't be able to be peaceful again. Now this is a future problem, so I'm not like super worried about it. Because, yeah, I haven't built the museum or the zoo or anything yet, so I don't need to worry about it right now. That is a future me problem. You know? But I don't even know what I was saying. Right. So the banners, yeah, that's what I was talking about. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I might work on making some banners and naming some places. I mean, maybe every villager building does not need a banner, right? Like, maybe just near this, maybe just somewhere in the town. I haven't named that village either. I should probably name it. I'm better at naming living things, I think, than locations. Or, you know, air quotes, living things, like villagers and mobs and stuff. Yeah, not great at naming the location. So hey, if anybody has any ideas, you know, that would be awesome. What should I name some of the places? I know I haven't shown off a lot of the places in my realm. I have the village, and if you want some, you know, if it helps, if you want some history, some village history. So, I'm not much for making up lore for video game worlds and such. I know that a lot of people are super into that. I'm cool with some, you know, but honestly, I'm not going to be able to remember a lot of it unless it's like written down somewhere. I did decide that first village near World Spawn, over there within sight of Tower Zero. That now there was past tense an ocean monument not far out from that village, right? And that was the first ocean monument that I demolished. And let me just do a quick. Yep, audio still sounds good. So I'm not keeping the volume up on my phone the whole time. I don't want the mic picking up any of that sound and just doing this weird super delayed echo. So hopefully it stays good. Again, I'm trying to keep the cord and everything just where it is. I think maybe it's just like a literally a physical connection kind of issue with the headphones and the mic. Yeah, I decided that part of the lore of this realm is that first ocean monument, that the villagers, you know, at least the fishermen, or maybe the village started out as a fishing village, you know. Again, like I said, I'm not real big on the lore. I'm not good at this part of stuff, of story building. I'm not a great storyteller. But I decided that the villagers defeated the Elder Guardians. And like, I guess the Ocean Monument, it was trouble, right? It was causing them problems, and so they defeated the Guardians, the Elder Guardians, all of that, and they tore it down. And they used the blocks, they used the materials, the prismarine that they got from that ocean monument to build. I started out making the library the largest building in town because I want a lot of librarians so that I can buy their enchanted books. So I'm building the library out of prismarine, and I'm still not totally sure about the layout, so as is everything else in my realm here, it is a work in progress. It'll get there eventually, and maybe I won't make it 100% out of prismarine because, like, I don't hate it. I like the look. I like prismarine. I like the way prismarine looks. However, I don't think a very large library made almost entirely out of prismarine is gonna really match the rest of the village, you know? So, yeah, we shall see how that goes. I don't really want to mess with this, like, too much more, because I've been doing this for a while. And it doesn't bother me, these repetitive tasks like this busy work. I don't mind it, honestly. I like that it keeps my hands busy, and mentally I can do whatever I want. I can space out, I can think about a thing. I'm so far from the air, oh my gosh. I know, I'm on peaceful, so it just jumps right back up to full hearts. So it's not a big deal. Even so, I don't want to drown. Nobody wants to drown. That's awful. Ah, where am I? Okay, yeah, I was gonna fill in this under the floor of the tunnel. Oh my gosh, I sent my brother, I think I sent him the turkey clip from Doom 3. I made a clip of the turkey puncher game, and I sent it to him, and he's like, he calls me, you know, and he's like, what is this nonsense? What have you sent to me? you know? And I told him, I was like, dude, that's me, you know? And he's like, what do you mean that's you? I was like, that's me. I'm the one punching that turkey. You know, and he's like, oh my gosh. You know, and I'd said, like, didn't you recognize my voice? That's me talking. I said, punch that turkey. Oh, here come the smacky sounds. And he's like, yeah, I heard it. You know, I heard that at the beginning. I just didn't realize that was you. And then I'm like, yeah, man, I stream on Twitch now. You should check me out. And he's like, what is Twitch? This is my younger brother, okay? I hope that he checks this out. I'm gonna send him this video too, just so that I can be like, yeah, man, I was talking about you. So, yeah, there's that. What you gonna do about it? Nothing. You're like 2,000 miles away. Nah, he's cool. He has mentioned coming to visit sometime this year. It's kind of up in the air right now. He's got stuff going on, but that'll be really fun. I haven't seen him in a long time. My kids haven't seen him in a long time, you know. Dang it, I should have gone back to Tower Zero, but that's okay. I'm sure I have. Actually, I believe there's some in there, but I put this chest here. I think I was coming from this direction. I was tunneling this way and just everything was full, and I still needed to dig out this area here for this tower, and then I could get storage down and I could empty some of my inventory. So I made a chest real quick just so that I could get some stuff out of my inventory. I didn't mean to do that. The up on the D-pad, I need to fix that eventually. It will happen eventually, probably. I just have to be very firm when I'm pressing up on the D-pad. Just up. Everything else on this controller works great, and I love that it's got that, it's that shift, you know, that stellar shift. So it's like blue, purple, kind of. It's very shiny. I like it. It's very pretty. It makes me happy. Pretty things make me happy. And we should, you know, we should have something that makes us happy, right? Like, I'm not saying that nothing else makes me happy, but I don't know. I feel like my boyfriend's, you know, I saw when I was looking for new Xbox controllers. Now my boyfriend, he really likes Fallout, and he games on his laptop more than anything. And I've been telling him for a while, like, babe, I have Game Pass, right? I pay for this. I have this subscription to Game Pass because it's so worth it. You know, I'm not sure how much I'm actually paying. They made tiers on the Game Pass, and I hate that so much. It used to be just Game Pass. You have the Game Pass subscription, you have Game Pass. And here is a list of games you can play for free as long as they are on Game Pass. And now they have different tiers. Different subscription tiers. And I'm like, this is such a money grab. Like, I mean, that's Microsoft, right? Do they not have enough money? Is there a reason to do that? Why? Oh, that's, you know what? That's probably a discussion for another time. But anyway, I'm telling my boyfriend, like, babe, we have Game Pass. I have Game Pass. I am a gamer. I am paying a reasonable amount of money every month, or at least at the time it was reasonable. Again, I'm not sure what it is now. I feel like the subscription tier I am currently on jumped up in price. So you've got like the basic model that is cheaper, but far fewer perks. And then you have, you know, the slightly upgraded tier that has still fewer perks, I think, than what it used to be. And then you have like the ultimate Game Pass, you know, ultimate premium premier, and that's the one where you get first day play, right? So when a game drops, if that game goes to Game Pass, you can play it the first day it comes out, where other people have to wait. If, you know, if they're waiting for it to come to Game Pass, they don't get to play it the first day it comes out. Why is that even a thing? Anyway, yeah, so I keep getting sidetracked by ridiculousness. So I tell my boyfriend, like, babe, we have Game Pass. I have Game Pass. You know, he does have an Xbox, but he doesn't play it. I was like, I think he didn't have a lot of games for it anyway, but I was like, I have all the games. Every game that's on Game Pass, I have that game because of Game Pass. Play on the Xbox, play on the TV. Like, why not? You know, it's, you can sit on the couch. You don't have to sit at the kitchen table and be on your laptop being unsociable. I finally got him. I got him to play Borderlands with me, and that was fun. We should have streamed that. He's not a big Borderlands fan. He doesn't like, it's not that he doesn't like the game itself, he's just not a fan of the art style. And honestly, when Borderlands first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of that style either, but I love it now. You know, I love Borderlands. I am all about some Borderlands. But I got him to play Borderlands with me, and then I found some other games that I thought might be his, like, something he would be into. But he is really into Fallout, and the Fallout games are on Game Pass. And so he played New Vegas. But I was looking for new Xbox controllers, and I wanted a pretty one for me, you know? Because I like pretty things. And as I'm looking for a cool new Xbox controller, I see that there is a Fallout Edition Xbox controller, and I was like, I shouldn't, but that might be a good gift for my boyfriend. And I didn't order it. I really thought about it, and I was like, oh, I totally could, and then that would be like a good Christmas or birthday present or something. I didn't, but that's like, yeah, that goes way down there. Let's just lock that off. Yeah. I didn't order the thing. I ended up asking him about it, you know, because even though he did play Fallout and he played Borderlands with me, he still doesn't play on the Xbox all that much. It's here, you know, I try to get him to, like, just, you know, babe, just relax and play a game once in a while, you know? He gets all worked up sometimes over his job and his coworkers. And I'm like, you need to just... what? Yeah. But, you know, I did ask him before I ordered it, and he said no, he doesn't need a special Fallout controller. We have controllers that work. And I'm like, well, it looks cool. And you would enjoy it. And he's like, yeah, I would enjoy it, you know, but it's unnecessary. Well, okay. I mean, he's not wrong. But I'm not wrong either. You know, sometimes you just need something that looks cool. You know, because why not? Now, to be fair, that Fallout Edition controller did cost more, and I did not order it. I did not buy it, but the price is quite, well, I don't want to say quite a bit. It was, I think, like about $100. You know, where a standard black Xbox controller is, usually they run you about $60. I think that, I don't know if they were on sale or if they were just marked, like, if the prices just dropped. But when I was looking at controllers, I believe they were down to 40, 45, something like that. So, totally reasonable. I'm pretty sure those were new also. Like, I don't think those were refurbished or anything. So yeah, like the Fallout Edition controller would have been about twice the price of a regular one. And I mean, I had the money for it. I know I say how poor I am a lot. But it is, you know, it's tax time. I got my refund. That's what I got the headphones with that I'm using right now, which is, I mean, that's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for my refund. I'm not good at saving money. It's totally a thing with ADHD, and I'm not saying that that's like, I'm not trying to use that as an excuse. But it is definitely a thing. It's a problem. I do save a little bit when I can. I'm much better at saving change, loose change. Although I hardly ever pay for anything with cash now. 'Cause, you know, debit cards and stuff. But if it's just spare change, because even though, oh, ADHD is so weird. Like, I can convince my, like, logically, I can look at a jar of change and I can know, you know, that probably has this amount in it, or close to, or, you know, at least this much. But then I can convince my brain to not think of it as that much money because it's just change, you know? It's just coins. Like, that's not that much. And let me tell you something, it adds up fast. It really does. If you, you know, if you have trouble saving money, like I do, if you use cash often enough that saving change is even an option, and if you have the space for it, I definitely recommend one of those 5-gallon water jugs, because those will hold a lot. I always wanted to fill one of those up with change, and then, you know, take a trip to like Disney World or something. I've been to Disney World. It is really fun. It is stupid expensive, which is why I, you know, like, I have never gone on my own dime. You know, I've never had the money to take myself and my kids to Disney World, and, bad financial decisions and stuff. It's totally a thing. I am aware of it. Right? I'm totally aware of a lot of the bad choices I've made in life. So I definitely don't need to hear about that from anybody. But also, it happens, you know. Stuff happens, life happens. Right? Live and learn, try to do better. It's the best you can do in a lot of it, so that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I'm even filling some of this in. I'm just placing blocks. I know, I'm kind of, like, losing focus on, what I'm even trying to do with anything, it happens. There's seriously so much snow out there right now, though. It is surprising. Oh, I think I did mention that I used some of my tax refund to get the headphones that I'm using right now. Even so, I didn't get like the best headphones and mic possible because well, first of all, I don't know if streaming for me is ever gonna pay my bills. I would love it if it did. That would be super great. Because I can absolutely do this, you know? But I am a realistic person. I like to look at things logically, rationally. I know that most people who stream, they don't make money. Oh, I'm not even in line with the door. The door. What? Oh my god, lag. Okay, weird. Wow. Oh. And what is with the fog? Is that you're seeing this, right? That doesn't. What is going on right now? I've never seen the tunnels like that. It looks like fog. I guess it's just the something about the render distance maybe, but usually it's black. Or maybe it's because is it raining? Oh, I wonder if it's raining on the surface. Because usually usually in the distance, in the tunnels, um, it's almost like X-ray, like an X-ray kind of thing, where, I mean, if I stand here and I watch, well, actually, I'm not sure what direction. I think I'm facing south right now, so yeah, if we were to go over here and look down that tunnel, we should see like the sun come up, I think. Like we would see the sun, although it's like noon right now. But yeah, see that's yeah, and I think okay, so I'm gonna try to, well, if I can find the entrance here. I'm gonna see about sleeping in this bed. Is it? Nope. Okay, it's not a thunderstorm. Well, let's go ahead and grab some blocks since we're here. Because I'm going to need more, and I'm pretty sure that other tower is running low. See, this one was supposed to be just a sorted whatever. That is basalt. I didn't want to grab that. And it turned into, you know, this... just a bunch of stuff. So I'm... Actually, let's just run up here and see if it is raining on the surface. And oh gosh, sorry, I looked away. Sometimes I will just, you know, do this number and I apologize. I'm just gonna... yeah. Yeah, I apologize for how it looks. But because my towers are so they're so tall sometimes, and I think I go 15 or 16 blocks up from ground level, wherever ground level is. where the tower is supposed to be. Yeah, see, it's raining. Okay. Oh, good. I thought something weird was happening in my realm. That's a pretty horse. Oh, and there's wolves. Oh, there's quite a few. Okay. Yeah, so this is yeah, that's Luna. One of my black cats. Okay, so you can get black cats from a witch's hut, right? Because if a cat spawns, do wolves kill cats? They don't, right? Just sheep? I mean, he doesn't look angry about the cat, so I hope my cat is safe there. They shouldn't, like, nothing should be able to jump over the fence, but, you know, stuff happens. Weird stuff happens in my realm sometimes. So you can get black cats from a witch's hut, right? Because if a cat spawns at a witch's hut, it will always be black, right? I have never actually found a witch's hut in my realm. I don't think I've seen any. But the way that I got the black cats, and I had to look this up, right? Because I would like to get every variety of cats. They're it's either I think it's a full moon. I think on a full moon there's a chance that villagers will spawn black cats. So once I got the one black cat, I just bred that one several times. So I have, you know, a handful of black cats running around. But yeah, so this one is Luna. And yeah, I got the first black cat at the iron farm. And yeah, I like what I did, and this was fun because if you have at least 5 cats in the area, villagers won't spawn anymore. And so what I had to do was I had to move, like, I I took the cats just as far away, not as far as away as I could, but I tried to get them a good distance away from the iron farm so that the villagers there would start spawning new cats. And then I just waited up through, like, well, I slept through the night if it wasn't a full moon, and I stayed on the lookout for a full moon, and I'm pretty sure it's full moon, not a new moon, but it's one of those. Anyway, yeah, so I finally got them to spawn a black cat, and I tamed it, and then I bred it several times just so that I have more. Because, you know, stuff happens sometimes. One cat died. A creeper accident. Anyway, so you can get black cats without going to a witch's hut, and I have confirmed that that is not fog. There's nothing weird going on in the realm right now. That's just because it's raining on the surface, and at this distance when there's just nothing, it's almost like an X-ray sort of thing. We should actually be able to see no, I guess we can't because I'm looking north-south. But wait a second. Yeah, I thought I saw the moon earlier or something. Was it a particle of some sort? I'll have to go back and check the video. So my legs, sorry, I need to adjust. Oh my gosh, I forgot about my coffee. It's probably gone cold. Right. Let's just finish this up. And then, what time even is it? It's almost 11. Oh my gosh. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna try to get that filled in enough that I can finish digging out this part of the roof. Or maybe... no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish it, yeah. Okay, don't get distracted. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm losing interest in this activity, and I'm really fighting against my own nature and my desire to do something more interesting. Alright. Yep, we're just... And I want it to look not just all... I was about to say blocky. This is a game made of blocks. Everything looks blocky, but you know what I mean. I don't want it to just look like a big, weird square tube through the water, even though no one is ever going to see it from the outside. Why am I doing this to myself? Let's just... And... Yeah. Alright, my air! I'm drowning! Swim fast. I could dig through farther down that way. I probably should. Just so that I can... Yeah, maybe I will do that. Maybe that'll be easier because I won't have to swim so far to get to the air. So let's do this. Oh, too far. Even though, now, you know what, let's go here. And we will... Okay, I do know what I'm trying to do, I promise. Kinda, sorta know what I'm doing. Huh? Alright, yeah, we're gonna fill this in. Okay, oh, and then I will dig out this part that way until I break through the water again, and then I will be closer to where I'm trying to build up around, you know, near the tunnel, which is totally unnecessary, but I'm doing it. I'm committed now. This is what I'm doing. And you are all in this with me. All one viewer. That's cool. Build this up a bit, and I'm just doing some totally unnecessary little bits here, and do some of that, and I should really probably, like, fix up some of that over there as well, but nah, it's cool. Yeah, so we're gonna... oh, I'm stuck. Yeah, well. Alright, I don't know what I did there, but, oops. I feel like I screwed something up there. It's cool. We will figure it out. We got this. Yeah. Ah, yeah, see, I did that, and then I missed, some of this. Alright. Yeah, see? We got it. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna dig out... Oop! Not too far. Gonna dig this part out. I hope that... I do have my volume up on my phone. I hope you're not hearing that. I just want to make sure that the audio doesn't go funky again. Now, I haven't heard the audio go weird at all yet in this stream. I haven't been listening the whole time, but I've done a few audio checks. And so if I put it on YouTube and I go back and watch that and there's some issue with the audio, then I'm gonna assume that it's something... although I don't know why that would be a problem, that it's something with the export process, like just sending it from Twitch to YouTube. But why would that be an issue? Other people do that, right? Like, did I pick up those blocks? I didn't hear the sound. It's fine. Let's just do this. Focus, focus. We got this. Yeah, see, there's water over some of that part. Yeah, all right, let's go ahead and find that water. There it is. I found it. Okay, so we're gonna finish filling this in. And I know it's gonna be all gross and blocky up top, but I need to get this done. That perfectionism is warring with the boredom. Not bored exactly. I just want to do something else now. My phone's yelling at me. I'm gonna drown. Okay, we're good. We're safe. Alright, cool. We got this. Let's go. I'm sorry, I have no idea what to talk about. Let's see. Well, I think I figured out how to stream my phone screen, I think. I haven't tested it out yet, obviously, because if I had, you all would be able to see that. But the reason I bring that up is because I have that wheel spinner random picker app thing that I mentioned, and I can, you know, fill that out, and so I think I put a couple things on there. I told my kids they could help me pick out the stuff to add to it, but we haven't really done much with that yet. But I can do that, and I can use that for Random Wednesday, which is tomorrow. And I can actually stream the spinning, picking process, so yeah. Also, if anyone has any suggestions for games I should add to the, you know, Wednesday wheel, you know, let me know. Now, as I have said several times, many times, I am playing on my Xbox One, and I do have Game Pass. I don't have a lot of money to buy games that are not included on Game Pass. I do have games that are not on Game Pass, like games that I own. I do have Slime Rancher. I've got Spyro, you know, the remastered or reignited Spyro. I have Borderlands 1, 2, and 3, and I have at least how many Tales from the Borderlands games are there? Because there's more than just the one, right? I got that Pandora's box thing. So I had already had I had different versions of the Borderlands games. Like I have Borderlands 3, like the Super Ultimate Edition. You know, I pre-ordered that back when it came out because I was super into Borderlands. I'd beaten the first and second games, and I was so excited for the third one to come out, and I wasn't quite as poor at that time, and I was like, yes, I'm going to pre-order the Super Ultimate Edition of Borderlands 3 because it comes with all this cool stuff. It comes with this grenade mod that makes your grenades look like a unicorn, I think, that farts rainbows, and I love that. You know? Oh, I can't remember. It's got like a DLC content, something, I don't know. It's got a lot of cool stuff, and I was just like, yes, I need that. I need that in my life, right? And so yeah, I got that. I already had now, was Borderlands always Xbox One? I'm not sure. I feel like, crap. I don't know. I've got... No, it was the 360, wasn't it? Yeah, okay, yeah, I'm looking at the case right there for the first Borderlands game. That was 360. So, I don't know. I went to this Pandora's box because it had, like, the first 3 games, and it had basically everything before the 4th game, which just came out recently. And so I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome, but, you know, it's, I don't know, $120, and I'm looking at that like, well, we already have Borderlands, you know, we have these games. We don't necessarily have all the DLC and all the extras that this thing comes with. So that would be nice, but I'm not spending that kind of money on games that I already have. And then when I go to check it out in the store, it says, oh, you already own some of the stuff in this package, in this offer here. So you get a discounted price to account for that. And I was like, that's awesome. How much, please? It was $30. It's like, yes, thank you. I mean, the Borderlands 3 that I have, like I said, I pre-ordered that. I got the physical copy, the disc stuff, you know. So I still have that, right? But now I have a digital copy on my account, and I do like having the digital stuff, the owning of the digital games and things. I like the physical copies also just because I actually own that. Like I bought it, I can touch it. You know, that feels a lot more like ownership than you are allowed to play this game because you paid for, you know, this digital copy. What if something happens? I don't know. I've told you that, like, weird glitchy stuff happens with me sometimes. What if something happens to my digital game information and, you know, like Microsoft loses any record of my ever having bought the thing? Well, then I'm out that money and the game. So I have the physical copy. But anyway, the point is, like, I got the Pandora's box, right? It was, for what it was a really good deal. So I'm sorry, I totally went off on just crazy tangent right there. I'm trying to talk about some of the options to put on this spin the wheel random picker thing that I have for Wednesdays. And I was just mentioning that I have Borderlands. I have all the Borderlands stuff before the newest game, okay? So that is an option to put on this wheel. Anything that is offered on Game Pass is also an option. I really, really want to make this look a little better. I don't want it to just be... Oh gosh, my back itches. Oh, it's so itchy. Okay, I got it. Oh. Yeah, because I need to come out to at least there, right? Okay. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. I do that a lot. I like to talk myself through. Where's... Okay. There it is. I like to talk through my thoughts out loud sometimes. Hearing myself say the words occasionally helps me think the things and make sense of it. So it's a thing that I do, and I probably sound like a crazy person sometimes because I will do this out in public. I'll just be like shopping at the store like, what was that thing that I was gonna make for dinner? Oh, okay, it's this thing, and I need these ingredients for it, and then I'm just, like, walking through the store talking to myself. No one ever looks at me funny, so maybe it's not that crazy, but whatever. I mean, I'm not, like, answering myself or anything. But I will absolutely just talk out loud, just all the thoughts are right there. So, that's fun, you know? Let's... Need to get more blocks. And yeah, I'm fairly certain I have more in here, not like a whole lot more, but thankfully I don't have to do a whole lot more. I hope the mic isn't picking that up. I turned up the volume on my phone just a little bit so that I could hear it a little better, because I want to make sure that I don't get any weird audio things going on. Now, I could absolutely use the tuff or the andesite or the granite or the dirt even, or the diorite, I mean the bird poop block. But I like to save those in case I want to use them for anything later, you know, decorative stuff. I mean, if I've already mined them, and at some point in the future I decide I want to use them, they're already there. They're already available. I have to go collect them from the storage from wherever they've been scattered around the realm, but I don't have to mine them again because that's already done. You know? So, yeah, we're just gonna do this quickly, sort of. Try to do it quickly. This was all supposed to be fairly quick, but nothing I ever do is as quick as I think it will be. It's all part of the, you know, processing time issue that, like, basically everyone with ADHD deals with. So, if you know, you know. If you don't, well, I guess just be aware that this is something that we struggle with. If you know anyone with ADHD, if you have one of us in your life, you know, It's a problem. I've been streaming now for 2 hours and uh this wasn't supposed to take this long at all. So my bad. I think what I'm gonna do is I might finish this up and then I don't, what is that noise? Did a squid just die? I thought I heard dying sounds. What was I gonna say? What was I gonna do? Right. So I think what I'm gonna do, because it is important to take breaks and stretch the legs, drink some water, you know. Also, I don't think I've eaten real food today. So I think that I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing here. Hopefully, actually quickly, because, like, the end is in sight. I see it, you know, I see it, right? Gonna finish this and then hop off for a little bit and take a break. You know, maybe check the laundry and the dishes, because I'm sure those need to be tended to. And then, if everything's good, I will probably get back on here and do something. I don't know if I want to... I might play on the Realm some more, yeah. It is Dealer's Choice Tuesday, so I'm playing stuff that I want to play. And I really like playing the Realm. I feel like I was going to say something. I'm sorry, I still have the volume up a smidge on my phone, and I'm hearing my own voice talking at a delay, and so I got totally distracted listening to the words I just said. That was a little forceful, but I'm trying to talk over myself, so that's fun, right? Yeah, I will be back sometime today. I feel like I've got some more streaming time in me today. I do... Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to pop my neck. I do need to work on this baby blanket that I'm still working on. It's still... I mentioned that a couple times at least. It's still the same baby blanket that I am... Why did that make it so much darker? What was that about? Where was that light coming from? But yeah, that's a thing that I've been doing. That's one of my projects, you know. Just keep the hands busy. Da, 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 da. Air. Must breathe. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna knock this out real quick, and do I want to dig the rest of that? I'm here. I should just do it. I should just finish it. Yep. Okay. Yep. Alright. And that, and that, and that. Bam. Look at us go. You know, I have so many games on my wish list in the store. Mostly, well, I mean, some of it is stuff that I really do want to play. Not that I'm putting stuff on there that I don't want to play, but what I mean is... some of it is stuff that I thought would be, like good streaming games, you know? Stuff that maybe people would want to watch me play. But either I'm saving it for later because I definitely need to finish up the games I've started, or a lot of the games that I've been adding to my wish list lately are things that look interesting, either just something I'm interested in for me, or stuff for streaming that just doesn't play on the Xbox One. You know, it still shows up in the store, which it's kind of frustrating, honestly, to be able to see the game. Like, this is an Xbox game, and it's especially the cheap ones. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so affordable, and it looks really cool. Or maybe I've already watched a video of someone else playing the game, and I'm like, yeah, I like the look of that, and it costs $3. I can afford that, you know? But it's not playable on this device. And I'm like, no. And also, I may have mentioned it, but I think the cloud gaming is the issue with streaming some of the games I was trying to stream over the last couple of days. Because I so wanted to stream Power Wash Simulator 2, and it's only available on this device with cloud gaming, and I cannot stream it. So oh yeah. Let's hope that I become a successful streamer and that I do earn some money from this, and I can afford to eventually invest in one of the new Xboxes. Let's see, Series X/S. Like, do you just, if you have one of these things, what do you call it? Your Xbox S, your Xbox S or X, or do you say my Series X? Like, if you were to mention it in casual conversation, and you, for whatever reason, you know, because it is relevant to the discussion, you need to specify the type of Xbox you are playing on, right? Like, I'm playing on an Xbox One, right? That's relevant because I'm streaming from it currently, and the version of Xbox I have causes some minor issues with the availability of games that I can stream and such. So that's relevant. If you have one of those new ones and you wanted to mention it in casual conversation, how do you say that? How do you word that? You know, let me know genuinely, because I'm not sure. I'm always like, the Xbox Series X/S whatever. Because that's, I mean, it doesn't say whatever, but it shows up as X/S or S/X, and that's kind of, I mean, you can hear it, I'm sure, but it's kind of it's not a mouthful really, it's just awkward. But that's what it shows up as in the store, you know, like it's optimized for those, right? The games, some of these games that I'm looking at. And yeah, I just feel like when I mention that while I'm streaming, because again, it is relevant in that some of these games I want to stream. I want to show you all what I'm playing, and I can't do that because I have a slightly older version of this particular brand of console. And I don't have a PC for the gaming. I have my laptop, and it does well to let me like export these videos to YouTube and make clips. I figured out how to do that, and that's really fun. I'm sure I sound old, like, oh, I figured out how to make YouTube shorts. Yeah. My grandkids helped me with that one. I'm a content creator now, yeah. I'm gonna go fishing. Sorry. I'm being silly. Okay, so, what were we even talking about? Look at that, we're so close to the end of the tunnel. Oh my gosh, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Yep. Alright. And someday I will actually finish, like, put the finishing touches on these tunnels and get the supports in and the floor. Okay, so here's a thing that is just sort of a pet peeve of mine when I'm watching other people, other Minecrafters, when they're playing games. See that it's like blue now because it's daytime. Um, and they're talking about half slabs. Okay, this is a slab, right? And I will demonstrate real quick just because I can. So this is a block, right? This is a block, this is a block. You can see how tall the blocks are. They are cubes, even on all 6 sides. This slab, okay, is half the height of a block. Already, it is half of a block. That does not make this a half slab. If it were half of a slab, it would be like that tall, give or take, which is probably actually just a little bit taller than a trap door. Although I don't think I have any trap doors on me, or I would put one down just for comparison. Now, as the slabs are all the same, if you put it on top of another slab of the same type, it will make a full block of that type. Now you can break it and they're still slabs. They are still 2 slabs. They will come apart. It'll break both of them, which is obnoxious if you're working with slabs and you place one like, oops, and I just want that top one, but no, I get them both and then I place it again. Okay, but that's fine. The point I'm trying to make here is that you have half of a block already. It's not half a slab. Here's the slab. Currently, this slab occupies the space of a full block. See, I can't put anything other than another slab of the same type. I can do that, and it turns into a full block, except it'll have the appearance of a full block. It'll break as a full block, but it still makes 2 slabs. You can't put anything on top of a slab that is sitting on the bottom of the area, the block area in space that it occupies, right? Unless it's another slab of the same type. Now, I know I'm rambling right now, but I really want to make this point because, as I said, this is just personally one of my pet peeves, because I hear people say half slab all the time. It's not half of a slab. It's half of a block. So I don't expect this video, this rant, to make any real impact at all. I'm just trying to raise awareness, you know? Maybe someone will see this video and they'll be like, yeah, that's a fair point. And then that person will, I don't know, tell other people, and then maybe eventually Minecrafters will stop saying half slab, because that's not half a slab. Now, however, okay, here's the thing. Here's what I say. Now, as I said, all slabs are the same. I mean, different types of slabs, but a slab is a slab is a slab. Now, what I will say when I am working with slabs, I will say I have a bottom slab, and like this right here, a top slab. Okay? So I say this is a top slab because it occupies this block area right here. I can't put anything under it except for another slab of the same type. I can put things, now I cannot put a torch on top of a bottom slab because torches must sit on, if you're putting it on top of a block, it has to be on top of that block space. The top of this block space is level with this right here. Like, it would be up here, you know? And we can't have floating torches. That's cursed, right? So torches can't go on top of bottom slabs. Slabs that occupy the bottom. I'm still rambling. I know it. But you know what I mean. They can, however, bam, go on top of a top slab. Now, when I'm working with slabs and I'm talking about a top slab and a bottom slab, top, bottom, that's what I mean, okay? This is just a demonstration. The reason that I put flooring in like this as bottom slabs, mobs can't spawn on it. They can't. They can spawn on slabs, but only if it's a top slab. Okay? They cannot spawn on bottom slabs. So when I'm building, excuse me, I like to use the slabs for the stairs and the floors in the towers and the tunnels. Tunnels especially. Because I will light them up enough, but I have tunneled through some slime chunks, and so as I'm working, sometimes I'll just get a slime coming at me. You know, there's enough light that other things can't spawn, but I don't think slimes follow the same light rules as other mobs, right? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It doesn't really matter that much. Okay, so that barrel's full. Let's put this in here. And again, the way that people refer to slabs also doesn't matter that much. It's just a thing that I noticed, and now my brain is stuck on it. And every time I hear it, my brain is like, no, no, don't. It's not a half slab. You know, my brain is just screaming at me, it's not a half slab. Don't say it like that. And yeah, it's just a thing with me. So it's cool if nobody else cares about it. I get it. It's a me problem. It's not a you problem. I just wanted to explain that, and it may come up again at some time. Also, just while we are talking about pet peeves real quick in the game of Minecraft, a thing that does bother me, and maybe I did mention this before, but when I'm watching people who are playing Minecraft on YouTube and their inventory is just completely full, and I'm talking full of stuff like rotten flesh, seeds, string, and then, you know, they will find I don't know, like a ruined portal and get into the chest. And like, oh, hey, cool, treasure. Yeah, let me take the ink sack. I'll grab all the ore too, but I want that ink sack. What can I throw away? You know what? I don't need this iron. I don't need this charcoal. And it's okay, I'm exaggerating for sure, but I have seen people playing Minecraft and their inventory's full and they go to pick up something, realize they have no room, and they will throw out, you know, planks, and they've got like one seed. Like wheat seeds, just one of them, not even a full stack of seeds, but there will be like one seed taking up a whole inventory slot, and they're throwing away full blocks. And I'm like, just throw away the seeds. Just scrap those seeds. Just toss them. Or make storage and empty your inventory. Only take what you need. I mean, this is I have my food. I keep the lanterns with me because as I'm working, I prefer lanterns. And as I'm working on stuff like this, like I'm going to take this roof up another layer of blocks as well. And I also need to work on this because I'm going to redo this so that the lanterns are in the corners, but that means because that right there. Now here's another thing. When you're hanging lanterns and you're working with slabs, that is a top slab. You see how the block it's touching, we see the bottom half. So that means the slab occupies the top part of that block, right? That area. I can't hang a lantern from under a top slab. It must be the underside of a bottom slab, right? It has to be on that dividing line between the block spaces. And because I want the lanterns to be in the corner instead of right there, I've done that with at least one other tower, and I think it looks better. At least lantern wise, I don't know yet if I like the way that the walls look with the windows and stuff, and I will show you eventually what I mean by that. But that does mean I'm going to have to redo the steps for the entire tower. That is a project I may or may not stream. But I keep lanterns on me because I prefer them to torches. I put torches everywhere just for light and spawn proofing, even though I am on peaceful right now. Most of this was done in not peaceful. But I'm gonna put when I finish up the tunnels and things, I put supports over the top and then I hang lanterns from that and I get rid of all the torches. So I do use lanterns a lot, but apart from that, I have my tools. I got these regular diamond pickaxes. I mean, they're enchanted. I bought them from the toolsmith in the village. These are my throwaway pickaxes for when I'm tunneling. Because when these guys get worn down enough, they both have mending on them. When they get worn down enough, I stop what I'm doing. I go back to the iron tower and I will cut down trees and trade with the Fletchers and get XP just to repair my equipment. I keep my shulker boxes on me at all times just because that's my stuff. I mean, that one's mine. That's got my good stuff in it. But then also I have the one with the wool for making beds. These two, yeah, so you can see I've got a bunch of, well, I've got rock hopper in there. I've got a bunch of prismarine stuff because I had been working on an ocean tower. This one is currently just a catch-all for things that, I don't know, I guess I picked up while I was tunneling and I didn't want to leave just laying around. But other than that, I've got this one crafting table that I've been packing around. I'm going to place it in one of the new tower locations once I dig my way to it. And then I have tools. I have food, light, tools, and just a few other things. And then I've got, usually I don't have these 3 in here, and usually I keep my iron in a shulker box, and I usually only have the 1 stack of charcoal. Why did I leave that in 2 separate stacks? See, I just freed up another inventory slot. I've always got my clocks over here. I have 10. I do put them in the towers, but this is like my watch, so I know what time it is up top. And then I try not to clutter up my inventory too much. I mean, it's like half full now, but I don't know what button I just pressed. Yeah, it's probably half full now, but I do still have plenty of room for what I'm doing. I'm only picking up a handful of different block types currently. Sometimes when I work on other projects, I will put some of my extra stuff into a shulker box, so it's still with me. It's just not taking up inventory space, Woo! Look at my little guy there, wiggle around. Anyway, okay, so I took the roof up another layer. I could do that in here, but I'm not gonna. I won't make you all sit through that right now. I think that, hang on. Yeah, I was just looking at my inventory. I need to eat food is what I need to do. I'm going to just take us back to Tower Zero really quick. I don't even need to stream this part. I could just stop the stream right now and do it by myself, but we're already doing it. We're committed. You're going along with me. We're going to get to Tower Zero. I'm going to set my spawn point over there just because, and then I'm going to hop off for a bit. I'm going to eat some real food. I'm going to check on dishes, laundry. My coffee has gone cold. There's still some in here, I think. It's fine. I'm going to drink it. I don't care. Yeah, I'm just going to take care of a few things here at the house. I'm possibly gonna be back today. I mean, Lord, we have already been doing this for like 3 hours. We're at almost 2.5 for this stream, but I did do like half an hour earlier before I hopped off the first time. Um, yeah, I feel like maybe I should find. Ooh, I might have something that would be good for today. I might, yeah. I could think of a couple games that I would like to play for Dealer's Choice Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah. Anyway, so here we are. Oh, oh, right, it is nighttime. Okay, we're just gonna, yeah, we'll just sleep through the night. That's fine. There's another one of my black cats. I have not named this one yet. I haven't named a lot of the animals in the realm. I should do that. Is there anything in there? Yeah, I got some, oh, you can see where I started changing out the floor in, one of these towers. And where it had all been oak slabs. I had so many oak slabs. So many. And so what I started doing was just using it as a fuel source. Because why not? You know? Anyway, I'm going to hop off here. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to, let's see. I think Alfie was the one who, I'm going to say Alfie. If I'm saying it wrong, let me know. But yeah, Alfie gave me that follow earlier. Uh, I don't know what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I may or may not be back later. I plan on coming back later and probably streaming something else. But like I said, I said that yesterday. I was gonna do Killer Frequency, and then I just got really sleepy out of nowhere. Um, it just hits me sometimes like that. Oh yeah, but you can see I've got, the lanterns. I've got a lot of the lanterns in this area, and I think I mentioned before, I want to do something with this. I don't know what yet. I don't think I want to do fences around as the supports, but I'm still kind of playing around with the design. But you see, I use a lot of lanterns. So I do keep those in the inventory. If I know that I'm not going to be working on any kind of structure where I'm going to put lanterns, then I will put them in a shulker box, but most of the time they are just hanging out in some spot in my inventory. And occasionally when I rarely run out of torches. I usually have sticks and charcoal with me so I can make more on the fly. But oh, hello. Hi. Sorry. Oh, hey. Yo mom call. Welcome back. I was actually just about to hop off. I'm kind of rambling right now because I haven't had any food yet today, so I really need to eat things before my brain just completely short circuits. Yeah, I was just getting over here to Tower Zero, which is where I am now, and I'm definitely gonna come back later today. I don't know if I'm coming back to the realm. I'm uh I don't know. There are a few games that I might want to stream in a bit, so keep an eye on it. I can't say for sure when I'm gonna hop back on. It'll be in the next, sometime within the next couple of hours, probably, because I'm going to eat food and get some chores done real quick. But thank you for stopping by. It's so nice to see you again. Yes, I'm going to go. I'm done rambling. Okay. Sorry. All right. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.